Let me ask you something. You ever watch a clapback so vicious, so disrespectfully accurate, so perfectly delivered that you felt bad for the person on the receiving end? Yeah, the NBA has those. And not just regular clapbacks. I'm talking career-shaking, reputation evaporating, meme-fueling verbal assassinations that leave haters questioning their life choices. Today, we're breaking down 10 times NBA players clapped back at haters so hard the entire internet had to stop and scream, "Oh my god." These aren't just replies, these are historical events. Let's start with a king, literally. 1. LeBron versus overrated. Deshaun Stevenson learns the hard way. Deshaun Stevenson woke up one morning, chose violence, looked at LeBron James, a then 23-year-old MVP candidate, and said, he's overrated. Brother, why would you poke a bear that has a 40-inch vertical? But LeBron didn't yell, didn't rant, didn't throw a ball at him. He calmly delivered one of the coldest clapbacks in NBA history. That's like Jay-Z saying something bad about Soulja Boy. There's no comparison. The disrespect? LeBron basically said, "I am Beyonce's husband. You are crank that." And as if the universe wanted to confirm it, Jay-Z himself stepped in and dropped a freestyle aimed straight at Stevenson. This man got dissed by LeBron and then got hit with lyrical crossfire from a billionaire rapper. The overrated talk? Never heard again. But if LeBron cooked someone with words, this next guy cooked people without saying a single syllable. 2. Michael Jordan mind-gamed Muggsy Bogues into oblivion. Michael Jordan is the only player in history who could clap back using nothing but eye contact. 1995, playoffs, Hornets versus Bulls. Tense moment, Muggsy Bogues has the ball. Jordan steps back, gives him room, and, depending on who tells the story, whispers. Shoot it, midget. Bogues fires. He misses. The Hornets lose. And according to legends around the league, Bogues' confidence never recovered. Now look, whether that exact quote is 100% accurate or not doesn't matter, because this story is a perfect representation of Jordan's psyche. MJ didn't clap back at critics. He destroyed them psychologically until their soul filed a retirement notice. This isn't a clapback, this is psychological terrorism. And speaking of psychological warfare, nobody does emotional chaos like the next guy on social media. 3. Kevin Durant and the burner account meltdown. KD tried to stay quiet, he really did, but when the Warriors' move made him the most hated man in the NBA, the internet went DEFCON 1. He was called a snake, a cupcake, soft ring chaser. Pick an insult, it was thrown at him. So KD did what any emotionally charged generational scorer would do. He made burner accounts, and he used them. And then, oh boy, he forgot to switch accounts one day and replied to fans from his actual verified profile. Instant damage, instant memes, instant KD got caught arguing with 14-year-olds on Twitter, but instead of hiding, KD embraced it. Yeah, I had burners, who cares? Then he turned his main account into a clapback factory. He debates fans, he blasts analysts, he calls out old players, he checks every bad take faster than TSA. KD turned embarrassment into content. His clapback wasn't a single moment. It was an ongoing war he happily participates in. But if KD fights everyone, this next guy fights absolutely no one and still wins. 4th, Russell Westbrook's next question era. Imagine being a reporter trying to interview Westbrook. You ask a serious question, he stares at you like you owe him rent, then delivers, next question. It got so bad that entire press conferences became, reporter, Russ? Next question? I didn't even finish. Next question. And he created a verbal force field. No negativity allowed. People said he was moody. Others said he was disrespectful. But Westbrook finally explained it during a rare emotional moment. When I play bad, you ask me 100 questions. When I play great, nobody talks. So why would I talk to you? He wasn't dodging accountability. He was dodging the BS. Only Russell Westbrook could turn silence into a weapon. But if Russ avoided criticism, this next guy drowned in it and fought his way out. 5. Dwight Howard's "You broke me, but I'm back" clap back. Dwight Howard went from Superman to super meme with terrifying speed. Years of being called soft, immature, a coach killer, a locker room problem. Tore his confidence apart. Years later, Dwight admitted, "The criticism broke me." But instead of lashing out, Dwight rebuilt himself. He found his humility. He accepted a smaller role. He focused on defense, rebounding, and energy. Then in 2020, he walked into the Lakers locker room and walked out an NBA champion. Not as the superstar, not as the hero, but as a player who learned how to clap back with action, not quotes. Sometimes the most powerful clapback is, "I'm still here." But don't worry, not every clapback is wholesome. Some are petty masterpieces created by basketball's resident killer. 6. Kobe Bryant drops 81 and the mic. Kobe didn't just face criticism, he inhaled it like oxygen. After people complained he shot too much, Kobe put up the pettiest stat line in NBA history. 81 points, the second most in NBA history. And when asked about his critics, Kobe delivered this level 100 petty bombshell. "I just let my game talk, and if they don't like it, go watch soccer." This wasn't a clapback. This was a statement of dominance. Kobe's message was simple: play better or shut up. But speaking of shutting up, nothing shuts a team up like beef between two superstars on the same team. 7. Shaq versus Kobe, the Civil War clapbacks. Forget Twitter, forget media beef. The greatest clapback feud in NBA history happened in the same locker room. Shaq and Kobe were winning titles while arguing non-stop. Their entire relationship was a clapback storm. Shaq is lazy. Kobe is selfish. Work harder. Pass the ball. Then, during a practice, Kobe yelled, "This is my team!" Shaq fired back instantly. "No, this is my team." This was not a rivalry. This was a soap opera sponsored by Spalding. And it ended with the Lakers choosing Kobe, trading Shaq, and ending a dynasty. Years later, Shaq admitted, "We were young and stupid." But man, what a chapter in clapback history. And while Shaq and Kobe were destroying each other, another legend was busy defending an entire generation. 8. Magic Johnson versus modern fans, the era clapback. Magic is tired of hearing 80s players couldn't survive today. They weren't athletic. The game is better now. Magic responds like a proud grandparent defending the family name. "We had to battle Kareem, Bird, Dr. J, Isaiah, the bad boy Pistons, and none of them were flopping." Magic doesn't just defend his era, he educates people. He reminds the modern crowd 80s basketball was way more physical. The IQ level was through the roof. The rivalries were brutal, and without that decade, the NBA might not exist today. Magic's clapback is the knowledge bomb, a history lesson wrapped in a smile. But Magic defended the past. This next clapback defended the future. 9. LeBron James defending Bronny from Stephen A. Smith. LeBron can take criticism. He's been doing it for 20 years. But when Stephen A. Smith said Bronny wasn't ready for the NBA and was only getting attention because of his father, LeBron said, "Nope." He jumped on Twitter and absolutely roasted mock drafts, analysts, and anyone using Bronny for clicks. He didn't do it as King James. He did it as Dad James. He reminded everyone Bronny survived cardiac arrest. Bronny fought back to play. Bronny chose his own path. Bronny is just a kid trying to hoop. LeBron clapped back not for himself, but for his son's peace. And social media instantly on LeBron's side. But we're ending this list with the pettiest, funniest, most legendary revenge clapback of the modern era. 10. Jimmy Butler's Tobias Harris Over Me masterpiece. The Sixers chose to keep Tobias Harris. Instead of re-signing Jimmy Butler, Jimmy didn't complain. He didn't rant. He waited. And every time he cooked Philly in the playoffs, he yelled, "Tobias Harris over me?"
Tobias Harris over me?
That's not a clapback. That's long-term pettiness, slow roasted to perfection. Jimmy didn't just clap back. He turned it into a catchphrase, a whole meme. A legacy. He made sure the Sixers felt that decision for years. This is the NBA equivalent of your ex realizing you glowed up. So tell me, which clapback was your favorite? And which one had zero business being that disrespectful? Drop your pick in the comments. I'm pinning the funniest one. Make sure to like, subscribe, and smash that bell so you don't miss the next deep dive into NBA chaos, beef, history, and wild stories. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.